Hi, my name is Jon Meisel. I'm with CBRE, and I've been a commercial real estate broker for the last 30 years. First of all, I want to thank Enertiv for having me. As a geek, I love talking about commercial real estate technology, especially the IoT, the Internet of Things and solutions. And today, I want to outline the benefits of investing in commercial real estate and what it means to valuations and what it means to all the stakeholders involved. So, it's been my experience that when we sit down, especially when I represent landlords, and I sit down with the property management team and the landlord, and the property management team has some great solutions to save money in the building, the landlord's first question is, what's the payback? And what he means by that is, at what point am I going to get my money back from this investment? And typically, if it's beyond 5 or 7 years, then they lose attention immediately. But if you can prove out that it's a 1 to 3 year payback, you've got their attention, and frankly, you've got something that really matters and will affect the building positively. And once you have something that's in there, once you make this investment, and once it proves to lower operating expenses, or what we call OPEX, then you're really talking about adding value to the building. And when you talk about valuations, you're talking about the rental streams coming in from the tenants versus the expenses going out. And one of those large expenses, of course, is OPEX. So if you can bridge the gap, or if you can widen the gap of the income stream coming in, and especially lower the OPEX or the operating expenses, that adds value to the building, and that has a multiple on it. So that's how you get higher valuations. And then increased marketability. I know from being a broker, having a more sophisticated building, proving to tenants and having empirical evidence that they're not going to spend as much as the next building or competitive building next door on their energy bill or whatever it is as it relates to utilities or expenses to operate a building, that adds to marketability. And it also adds to the marketability and saleability of the building. We've seen that these types of lowering of operating expenses, the buildings that perform better, that are smart buildings, have a much higher occupancy rate. Of course, they're lower cost to run, and they have higher valuations. And that's the name of the game. And then finally, it's a pass-through. What does that mean? That means that this expense on the landlord side, if you can prove, and you have to document this in most of the leases I've experienced, especially with the more institutional owners, you have to. It's in the lease language, and if you can document it, and that's what the Enertiv system does. It has, it's all in the cloud. They collect real-time data, billions of it, every second of every day, and that helps. And if it can be reported properly, that helps prove your case. And then most leases, like I said, have this pass-through. I don't know if all the landlords actually take advantage of that. So if you're a landlord watching this, I would really take close attention to what's in your leases. And if not, I would tweak your leases because this would be a benefit. And then finally, if it is a pass-through, which it will be, it's a no-brainer, right? So you have all the stakeholders. It's a win-win-win. You have a higher valuation for the landlord. You have a tenant that has lower operating expenses and year-over-year increases. You have a maintenance staff that has documented. It takes a lot of a burden off of them for documentation. And then you have Enertiv, who makes the sale. So it's a win-win for everybody. Thank you.